Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily. I'm Nicholas Richardson and this is the news. 7 people have been arrested and 3 policemen have been killed during a raid on a house in Colombo, following a number of bomb attacks on churches and hotels in Sri Lanka. The death toll from the attacks at 3 churches and 4 hotels has risen to more than 250, with over 400 injured. Addressing crowds in St. Peter's Square in Rome, gathered to hear his traditional Easter Sunday Urbi et Orbi greeting to Rome and to the world, the Pope condemned the attacks.
The Easter Sunday bomb blasts at 3 churches and 4 hotels in Sri Lanka killed more than 200 people and wounded at least 450, police officials said. This was the first major attack on the Indian Ocean island since the end of a civil war 10 years ago. The government declared a curfew in Colombo and blocked access to social media and messaging sites, including Facebook and WhatsApp. It was unclear when the curfew would be lifted. There were no immediate claims of responsibility for the attacks. The head of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, expressed his support for the victims of the attack. I wish to express my affectionate closeness to the Christian community hit while it was gathered in prayer and to all the victims of such cruel violence. The local authorities will be investigating the matter further.
Catholics around the world celebrated Easter today. Easter, which celebrates Christ's resurrection, is the most important holiday in the Church's calendar and is celebrated with particular devotion in Poland, where some 90% of the population are declared Catholics. As well as the religious observance, Easter is a time for families and friends to get together, to eat a traditional breakfast with some food blessed by the priest, and enjoy a peaceful weekend with their closest relatives.
Jesus Christ has risen and is with us. He's showing us the light of his resurrection, and he does not forsake the ones who are suffering the difficult circumstances, pain and mourning. Easter leads us to take a look at the Middle East, torn apart by the incessant divisions and political tension. Let the Christians of this region continue to be patient and experience the risen Lord and the victory of life over death. May the resurrected Christ, who opened the gate of his tomb wide open our hearts to the needs of the ones suffering poverty, who are helpless, redundant and outcast, people who knock on our doors looking for bread, shelter and acknowledgement of their dignity.
The ceremony of the Day of Resurrection started in the early morning, with holy masses and resurrection processions. Easter Day is the first and the most important holiday in the Catholic Church. The Apostles and the first Christians originally celebrated only Easter Eve and Easter Sunday, as a reminder of the Paschal night. It was only over time that the current liturgical calendar was created.
The second round of the presidential elections in Ukraine started today. The cousin president, Petro Poroshenko, is facing a challenge from Volodymyr Zelensky, who, apart from his political career, is also an actor and a comedian. Zelensky, who played a fictitious president of Ukraine in a popular television series, Servant of the People, won the first round of the elections by a significant margin. He is predicted to win the second round too, a case of life imitating art. Sick children can now experience the animals in Poznan Zoo from their hospital beds, with the help of Leos, a robot volunteer who rolls through the zoo, showing the live stream of the inhabitants. Leos was conceived by Polish animal lover Łukasz Bodnarowski, whose son Boris was diagnosed with a genetic muscle wasting disease a year ago.
Bodnarowski said he considered quitting his job running a foundation working with wild beasts to care for Boris. However, his son, who has Duchenne muscular dystrophy, begged him not to give up his work with the foundation. A year ago, I found out that my son was sick with Duchenne's dystrophy. I had the opportunity or the misfortune to spend time in Spanish hospital wards amongst sick children, many of whom are practically bedridden. Leos, named after Leo Messi, Boris's favorite footballer, is controlled by a computer or mobile device and accompanied by a zookeeper or volunteer who explains facts about the animals to the child controlling him. He can also access areas of the zoo which are generally off-limits to visitors, allowing the children to experience zoo life from behind the scenes. Using a computer, we can connect with Leos. We connect with Leos and thank Thanks to that, we can walk around the zoo, we can visit it, we can watch the elephants as if it were alive. So the children are happy, especially when they get to see a big trunk next to the camera. Leos has been warmly received by staff and patients at the Viktor Dega Clinical Hospital in Poznań, who have been testing the device for the past 2 months. Bondarowski's Don Vittorio Foundation for Wild Animals plans to purchase 20 more robots and to expand cooperation with other hospitals and zoos as well as other attractions.
Donning yellow trousers, shiny platform shoes, red lipstick and headphones, 8-year-old DJ Vika stands behind the decks mixing party music in a huge Warsaw club. Instead of babysitting grandchildren, Poland's oldest DJ, Virginia Schmidt, packs her CDs, mixer and laptop and heads off to spin for a packed dance floor of mainly senior citizens.
DJ Vika said she does not care whether people like the fact that she dances while at the decks or not, because she cannot play and stand still.
I don't care whether people do or don't like that I'm moving and dancing, because I cannot play and stay still. I cannot play and stay still because this melody is in me. I test the melody on me. When I play, I feel this melody, I feel this rhythm. And I simply, if I was a young DJ, I would do woo 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 and I would be running around the stage with a microphone and entertaining everyone.
Aware of the rejuvenating quality of music for the mind and body, the self-trained Vika has been DJing for Polish retirees for 2 decades, earning widespread respect in the business.
By being surrounded by music, I still keep my brain going. I am learning all the time. I am learning new rhythms. I am surrounded by people who are happy with their lives. They are free of stereotypes.
Vika, a former special education teacher, said that she doesn't see why her age should determine how she lives her life, saying that she does not fit the stereotypes of elderly people.
I don't see a reason why my age should determine my life norms. Normal life to me is to feel joy in my life for as long as I can.
Every Monday night, she entertains about 1,000 people at the Hula Kula Club, smashing stereotypes and empowering seniors as she plays everything from disco and rock to samba and ballads.
That's it from the news. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the weather and Poland Daily Business and other programmes. But from me, it's have a good night and a better tomorrow.